What is up, everybody? We are back. We are the Dark Screen Society. We have Gigi, Chuck, and Brian. Say hi, guys.
Hi,
Hi,
guys.
We're already starting off good. It's fine.
Hi.
How is your weekend going so far? Any fun plans for Memorial Weekend?
Sitting, doing nothing, watching movies.
Good.
Movies.
There's a lot of movies to catch up on.
Too many.
Way too many. And you know what else we have to catch up on is some horror news. Because there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about today. One of them was The Substance, which is the new body horror film, which is getting like incredible reviews out of cons. What do you guys think about it? Are you getting excited for it? Some people are saying it's like the best body horror movie in years.
Oh,
Wow.
I
read a lot about it.
I have I only read like a little bit about it because I knew like when I was like looking up the new horror movies like coming out, I saw it and I didn't really read much, and I only recently got into like body horror. I was not a big body horror person just because it gives me like icky feeling. So I'm curious how it's going to how it's going to be, how it's going to make me feel. But the poster alone seems like it's going to be so gnarly and something that I can't handle, but I'm excited for that.
That's
Chuck,
awesome.
what do you think?
I'm excited for it. And it's apparently like it's a big comeback for Demi Moore. Apparently she's like fantastic in it, which I think that's really cool. So body horror was huge at Cannes this year because that and the Shrouds got like an 8-minute standing ovation for Cronenberg, and so they're body horror for body horror. So yeah, I'm all in for the body horror.
Yep. Brian?
Brian's frozen.
I'm just excited for a Demi Moore renaissance, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
am
can't
goofing
even
around to my sentence. That would.
He's just hoping for showgirls with body horror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
I can't even remember the last Demi Moore movie I watched. I honestly can't think of not a single movie comes to mind when I think of Demi Moore. I don't know why.
I always think of Ghost, Showgirls, and G.I. Jane. They're the three that pop in my mind.
Yeah, I've only seen Ghost out of all those.
Yeah. Time for the Demi Moore renaissance, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I need to talk about this, these standing ovations. I love that Cannes has these long ass standing ovations because that is so long. I think the longest one that's been recorded is 12 minutes, and I would just simply cry. I would be like, stop. Just stop. This is far too long of
I'm
a
staying
moment
seated.
of clapping. Yeah, I don't know why. I love that that's a tradition, but I forget the girl's name, the girl in Scream, and she was just in I'm blanking on the movie that she got a standing ovation for.
Melissa Barrera.
No. Oh my God, Honora, is that what it's called?
Oh, Mikey Madison.
Yeah. And so and she's just sitting there and she's looking all awkward, when is this gonna end? I was like, that would be me.
Also, I don't how do you guys feel about clapping in theaters real quick? Because I feel like it can be nice gesture, but it also is kind of cringe in a way.
I've never had it happen at a theater, but when we go to a film festival, that seems natural to me.
Yeah. You gotta go see some Marvel movies. Everybody claps every time a cameo shows up.
Oh no. I don't know about
that. That's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. Next bit of news we got is Ari Aster is producing a stop motion Hansel and Gretel film, which could be kind of cool.
I did not know that. I also didn't see the other Hansel and Gretel film that came out not that long ago.
Isn't that one by Oz Perkins too? I thought.
I don't know.
The other Hansel and Gretel?
Yeah, the newest one. I know it's by a famous director.
I don't know if the new I don't know if the new one is. I thought he had an old one, the old Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters or something. Was that him?
No, that was a different. There's a A24-esque Gretel and Hansel. It was flipped.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was Oz Perkins. He did that, and it's supposed to be terrifying.
Oh, really? I thought it didn't have that great of reviews.
Yeah, I didn't think so neither.
But who knows?
Oz Perkins is getting blown up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm ready for long
I mean, The
legs.
Black Coat's Daughter's good, but it isn't like the most phenomenal movie in the world.
Yeah.
I've actually never seen it.
It's
He's got
worth
another
watching.
movie as well. Was it The Pretty Girl That Lives in the House? Is that him as well?
Wait,
Which one?
is that a movie?
The girl that lives in the house.
Oh,
I'm
tried
scared to
Alien
touch the
for a
internet because
second.
my cap for my. Yeah, I'm scared to touch anything in case my internet breaks. But if somebody wants to search up Osgood Perkins, he's got another movie recently
Okay.
that was like a 5 out of 10 on IMDb, which is not great.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. A 5 out of 10 is pretty
Oh,
strong.
yes, I am the pretty thing that lives in the house. Okay, yes, that is the longest
pretty
fucking
close.
title ever. But yes, that you are correct. Ding, ding, ding.
As always.
Well, so we have that. And you know what else we have, guys?
We have
Unfortunately.
the
Bloody
Blumhouse.
Yeah,
Valentine.
Blumhouse.
Yes,
Blumhouse is ruining more movies, giving us My Bloody Valentine and The Munsters, which they're turning into a horror film, like getting rid of the entire point of the Munsters.
Yeah.
And the writer and director of it, we won't talk about her, but not great.
Seth just put in the notes. He goes, "Monster horror film from that shitty lady." That's what it says in the Google Doc.
That's because she gave us freaking Pet Cemetery Bloodlines, and that was like the worst thing. That was worse than Night Swim and Imaginary combined.
I never saw it.
Shitty lady.
I never saw
That's
Bloodlines because people were like, it's like actually that bad that I was like, I'm
bad.
not
Oh, no.
gonna waste my time
It's-
watching it.
It's probably Margaritaville status. It's probably that bad. It's bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you drag that name?
It's not great, guys. I'll save you a viewing. Don't watch it, okay?
I've actually never seen My Bloody Valentine either. And I remember I never saw the original and I never saw the one with what's his name? Jensen Ackles in it, even though I remember it coming out in like the whole 3D era when that was like the thing. But I remember so desperately wanting to watch it because I loved him in Supernatural. But I don't know why those movies just never, I was like, oh, maybe another time, maybe another time. And I never seen it. But now I need to. Do you guys
do.
have you seen both of them?
Yeah.
Which
I've
one do you
only
like
seen the
more?
remake.
I kind of like the remake more, honestly.
A lot of people say that they
I-
like the remake more.
I'm into the remake more too. I mean, the original has its purpose, but that's one of the remakes that's like it's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
that's
like
good to
like
hear.
it would be. I don't think it's 2003 Texas Chainsaw to Texas Chainsaw or Hills
Yeah.
Have Eyes, but it's like a step under that, I would say, to the original.
Okay, I'm also
If that
really glad
makes
that you said that
sense.
about The Hills Have Eyes because a lot of people shit on the remake. Like, and
No,
remake's
the
better.
remake is light years better than that. The
Thank
original
you.
is so fucking boring.
Thank you.
And
A
the
lot
new
of
Bloody
people shit on it.
Valentine. Yeah, the new Bloody Valentine is not directed by that shitty lady, so that's good too.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see, but I need to. Maybe I'll end up watching it because it's been on my watch list since whenever it came out. What 2006? So I'm excited for that.
It's worth it. I like those films. They're cheesy enough and bloody enough.
I love early 2000s movie. That's like my jam.
Brian, what do you think of those two? You haven't said anything yet.
Yeah, talk Brian.
I've
Talk to us.
quick shout out to Gigi's boyfriend.
Yeah.
So
Come out of that shell, Brian.
Yeah.
So I've
Shed
only
your
seen
shell.
the most recent, well, I say recent, 2006, like the 20-year-old one. I don't remember the original if I've seen it. So I went to cinema and saw it in 3D, and it was okay. But again, as you mentioned on previous episodes, slashers aren't my thing normally. So
Listen,
Would,
you hang
enjoyable-
out.
enjoyable for
You
what it
hang
is.
out with me enough, I'm gonna make you watch all the slashers. So,
Would you say
If you
it's
come
mid?
to Ireland, no, I would never use that.
would you say it's mid? I'll come to Ireland. We could go find Nessie together.
He's out in Ireland. God
Oh,
damn
no,
it.
man.
Scotland. God damn it. Scotland. We'll go find Nessie together.
Oh wow.
Oh gosh. Well, speaking of Nessie,
Yeah.
what's our theme today?
Our theme today is cryptids, y'all. And I am really
Sweet.
excited to talk about this because there are so many great cryptids and urban legends out there. And there's a bunch that don't get enough love. And that's the first question of the day here. is there a cryptid that you guys want to see get a film or TV series that hasn't yet? And I'll start with you, Gigi.
Okay, I think I could go the rest of my life without a Bigfoot movie or a Wendigo movie. Like, I think that uh, I I actually don't think that there is a good Wendigo movie. All the ones that
None.
I've seen, I don't like them. I think they're bad. I think the best um portrayal of a Wendigo is the supernatural episode that has the Wendigo. And other than that, I hate everything else that's ever depicted a Wendigo, especially. And I love Guillermo del Toro, but I hated Antlers, and I
It
thought
was
that was going to
so
be
bad.
good. It was so bad. It was so bad.
Hated
Everything
it.
else was bad. Bigfoot, there are some great Bigfoot movies. Exists is probably the best Bigfoot movie. But other than that, I don't even remember what the question is. I was just going off about how much I fucking hated Wendigo movies.
It was, what is a cryptid
Fuck
you
that
want?
Wendigo.
Yeah.
Fuck the Wendigo. It was, what is a cryptid or urban legend that you think doesn't get enough love and that's like flown under the radar, and one that you want to see get a TV or movie?
Okay, you know what I want is and a lot I feel like a lot of people won't even know this one, but I'm gonna look it up because this one is the most interesting one. It's called a walk walk. Do you know what a walk walk is?
It's the thing I cook food in.
Shut the hell up.
It is.
So
It is.
a walk walk is a form of an oswong, and an oswong is like this shape shifting, like vampire like creature thing. I don't know. It's in like Filipino mythology, and it's the creepiest thing ever. And I'm pretty sure that they feed on like pregnant women. Like they feed on pregnant women, their like little baby bellies. And I think that you can make something that's fucking terrifying from a walk walk. So walk walk doesn't get enough love, and I need a walk walk movie immediately. Maybe I'll make one. No, actually, nobody erase this part of the podcast. I'm gonna write a walk walk movie.
Also,
A
take a
walk-walk
shot every time Gigi says walk walk.
Yeah. Well, I had no idea what a walk walk was until today, so that sounds pretty cool to me.
Now you know.
Now you know. Personally, and Chuck already knows because he's already going to say it, but I need a Jersey Devil. We have not gotten a Jersey Devil movie.
True.
Like one that's good.
It's
at
coming.
least. Is it though, Chuck? Is it going to be the best thing? Because I need it.
Well, I don't know if it's going to be the best thing, but it's an anthology series, found footage called Escape the Jersey Devil. And it's going to be 5 parts of 5 different encounters with the Jersey Devil. And when I spoke to the guy making it, they're going to have a POV perspective of the Jersey Devil. And then they're going to have the encounters from different perspectives of people encountering it. But I think even having one where you're like through the eyes of this cryptid is a pretty fucking rad idea.
That sounds
It's going to be found footage of somehow the Jersey Devil carrying a camera around with it.
Hey, you don't know.
It finds a camera.
It eats somebody with a GoPro, and the GoPro hangs out
Jersey
of its
Devils
teeth.
they're very prone to 16 millimeter film. It's
Listen,
Yeah.
the best Jersey Devil,
Wow.
the best Jersey Devil we've gotten was in the episode of What We Do in the Shadows. that was the shit. They've crushed the urban legends and the cryptids. Like we got that, and then the Babadook. I saw
Oh my God.
that episode of the Babadook, and then watched the movie, and I couldn't take the movie seriously.
Dude, speaking of, this is like off, but I watched Scream 2 last night, and I literally could not take it seriously. I was like, I only see scary movie, and
Yeah.
I was just like hollering at the points that were like, I was like, I can't watch this.
The bathroom scene.
We're just Dewey. Oh my God, the whole thing just so bad.
Before I pass this on to you, Chuck, I did want to
Yes.
shout out the Bat Squatch, which is a flying cryptid that was seen near Mount St. Helens, that flies around looking like Sasquatch, picking up and eating people. So that's my unknown urban cryptid.
That's pretty.
The Bat
That's pretty
Squatch.
cool.
Yeah.
Right? Chuck, hit us. With
I would
yours.
love to see the Tommy Knockers get its just due. because the book is excellent and they never did like a proper adaptation of it. And if we're not aware what the Tommyknockers was, they're a cryptid that originate from the Cornish miners who immigrated to the United States, and they're small imp-like creatures who they live in mines. So they're like bat creature things that live in mines. And that is the other one though, but like my underrated one that I've never heard anybody talk about when I was doing research is the Snallygaster. And it's
because it's not real. No, I'm just kidding.
I love the name Snallygaster, but they're these dragon-like beasts with these monstrous bat wings that emit this like bright light from their foreheads, and they have a wonderful taste for human prey. So I think we need like a Snallygaster movie.
You're the natural enemy of the walk, is that right?
Yeah, the walk,
Snallygaster versus
Snallygaster.
by Asylum.
Yes,
the bat squatch owns all of them.
And they have wings, so they can't carry cameras, so it won't be found footage.
I'm not interested then.
Yeah, that one sounds boring then.
We only watch found footage cryptid films here, okay?
That's all.
What about you, Brian?
So I don't know if this is actually a cryptid. I didn't bother doing any research, but there's a Scottish mythology about a thing called Kelpies.
Why Scottish? You're Irish.
Yeah, you're Irish.
I know, but I've got a lot of family from Scotland. So,
Got it.
So Kelpies are shape-shifting creatures that live in the water, and they come onto land, take the form of a horse. So then people jump on the horse, and it drags them into the water and drowns them. And then I don't know what it does with them. I assume it eats them.
I need this. What are they called again?
Kelpies.
Yeah, that sounds
Kelpies.
sick.
That sounds sick. I've never heard of this.
Have you played God of War Ragnarok? Anybody?
Yes, it's the
I
best.
have.
So the bit where they go underwater on the horse, they go Kelpie.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
That never registered for me.
Wednesday's very interested in the Kelpie.
She's
Kelpies,
like,
I
wow.
love horses.
That is so crazy. I've never heard of that. I also forgot to mention that I would love a squonk movie. Is anybody familiar with a squonk?
This is going off the rails.
So a squonk is a mythological creature. He is from Pennsylvania, but the squonk is like this just very sad creature. And it's just he's just like smelly and gross, and you usually just see him crying. I don't actually know what else about a squonk. I don't even know if you can
Chuck,
really see
from
that.
Pennsylvania.
But that's what a squonk looks like, and and I think that would be absolutely horrifying and hilarious. So squonk
about
movie.
I'd be loving that. Here's a picture of it. No one can see it.
What about
Also,
the
try
Ahul?
and spell squonk.
What about the Ahul, another winged creature that takes people in the jungle?
The Ahul?
It's Ahul because that's the noise it makes, but it's apparently part monkey, part bat.
Okay, well, that's like the
That's
walk
pretty cool.
walk.
Yeah.
Is like the reason why it's called the walk walk is because that's the sound it makes. It's like this little like walk 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 walk. So
and as we learned last in our previous episode, the chupacabra, which was discovered in 1995,
yes,
established. We could use a movie about that too. And do you know that chupacabra means goat sucker?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Goat sucker. I barely know her, but that's exactly. Isn't that crazy? Like, it was only in 1995, and it was just like this dude that like went on the news and was like, "It's the chupacabra," and he like said it, and then that it just took off from there. But, Mothman. We haven't talked about Mothman.
No, and
There's like 1,000 Mothman movies though.
the
I've never
Mothman
watched one.
prophecy
There's some
slaps.
I've
first of
only
all.
seen Mothman Prophecies. That's the
Yeah.
only like Mothman movie I've ever seen.
There's do you guys listen to the podcast Crime Junkies? Or like have you guys have heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
So
As far as I'm aware,
first-
there's only one podcast online. So
All right,
yeah,
it's just
Dark
us.
Screen Society.
It's just us. But
I
she
don't know any
did
others.
Came up with it.
she had like a supernatural thing, and they talked about like the Mothman, and like she goes into all the details, and the Mothman, like if you look into the lore of it, it's so creepy,
No, it is. I literally
terrifying.
no, it is pretty like scary. And yeah, it came from I want to see the statue in what is it? I think it's in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Because that Mothman
Ooh.
statue, he's caked up, man. he's got some cheeks on him. So I like those.
Gigi's fetish is she likes statues.
So
This is getting unhinged, but I do gotta say,
Yeah.
whoever comes up with these
a little bit.
oh, that's fine. But whoever comes up with these names of the cryptids, like I want that job. Like, who
Yes.
came up with Walk Walk?
yeah, exactly.
Sounds
Or
like
they're
it should be in Star Wars.
Bigfoot. They're like, that sounds good.
Yeah.
He has
Or
big feet. Bigfoot.
there's so many of them too. The Poplik monster, the Pukwudgie, the beast of Busco. They like found footage too, Brian. The Hodag.
Guys,
There's so many of them.
we're forgetting about Frogman because he fucks.
Oh yes, Frogman. I actually
Frogman's
know about
on the
Frogman
list.
up until the movie. Like I didn't know that was like
Same.
a thing,
Yeah.
like a cryptid.
That's like he has a wand.
Yeah.
He
But
does
Okay.
have a wand.
He does. What is there any other cryptids you guys want people to know before we move on?
no, just
Any other
those.
fun names?
Just the walk
Just a walk walk.
and the
Just
squonk.
a walk.
So there's a ton of theories out there and eyewitness reports of like Bigfoot, Nessie, which is where Brian lives, and so many others. Have you seen Nessie yet, Brian, by the way?
Yeah, I was round his house for tea the other night.
What'd you
What
say?
was- yeah, what'd you
I was round his house for dinner the other night.
say?
Oh,
You went over there for some tea.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, the stories have started somewhere and have stood the test of time. Do you guys think it's plausible that some of these exist? And if so, which do you hope is real? And we'll start with you, Chuck.
If I had to pick one that I think could be the most legitimate, that's absolutely real, it would be the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
Because there's some, like even like I live in Pittsburgh, so I remember back in, it was probably in the early 80s, they went down to fix one of the bridges because I do live in the city of bridges, and they had this picture they came up with when they were repairing the bridges, and there was a catfish at the bottom of the Ohio River, and the front of the catfish was as big as a Volkswagen Bug, like the car. Like, I mean, it was huge. And like, I seen this picture as a kid, and it's real. You can look it up. So things that grow underwater, what I mean? So it might not be a fucking dragon or something like that, but like, it could be like it could be something, I mean, they have them alligator guards that got them little feet things that, I mean, it could be a big monstrous one of them, you know what I mean? Like, so that one makes the most sense to me. I at least hope anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's
Brian?
cool.
It is cool.
Well, Nessie does exist, so I will choose another one. So I like to think something underwater. So I like the idea of I know a megalodon's a real thing, but like a giant lizard underwater. I don't know. The guy that wrote Meg wrote a book called Chronosaur, I think, about a giant crocodile that lives in the ocean. So stuff like that, I hope is real because we've not explored that, so I can believe it.
Yeah, we've only explored what, like 10% of our oceans, so
that's terrifying.
it's terrifying. Godzilla's down there. Come save us.
Yep.
I personally, I also would like Nessie, but I also kind of want like Cthulhu to be real because I think that would be
Yes.
super sick.
That would be
Like,
sick.
I just want to see this just giant ass winged like god like just come out of the ocean one day. Be like, hey guys, what's going on?
I'm
That'd be
sure
sick.
that's what it'll sound like.
I'm in the same
Guys.
boat. Like I want like a water cryptid to be real because like that's the thing is we don't know so much about what's under there, and there's like a couple other ones. There's like I know there's like the Ogopogo, which is I think in Canada, and like these could very much be real. Like yeah, I don't know if they breathe fire and shit like that, but maybe they're just kind of creepy, and I'd like to think that that's real.
Yeah. Was it
The ocean's the scariest place. That's the scariest place on earth. The
Yeah,
ocean.
no,
Yeah.
that's not for me.
I
love the ocean, just to be clear. I'm currently sitting in it for people that
He's
want
in it.
I love the ocean too, but there is something like even when you're like snorkeling just out in the middle of the ocean, like not being able to see what's under you is like the most terrifying, like eerie feeling in the entire world.
Yeah, that's why I don't go on cruises. That's also it's too scary. You're just out
What-
there.
Yeah. Isn't there like in Greek mythology this snake that's like born in the ocean that like wraps around the entire world? And I
Oh my
forgot what it's
God.
called. Like
I
it
don't know, but that's terrifying.
it caused the like apocalypse for like the gods. Ragnarok. It caused
That's
Ragnarok.
again, that's in God of War, is it not? The one that
It is in
rises
God of
up
War.
in the
Yes,
water,
Yeah,
goes down.
Yeah.
but that's like a mythological cryptid creature, and that thing I forgot what it's called, but the serpent literally wraps around the entire world and eats it.
No.
And he learns how to speak serpent in the game.
Yeah,
He talks to it.
it's freaking creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully these, we're alive to see it, but they don't, they're nice, they're friendly, they're like ET. What is
Its name Jormungandr
That's it.
Yes,
is the
Sounds
serpent's
cool.
name. I probably
It's
said
sick.
that all fucked up. Yeah,
it's fine. It's okay. I can't say Thor's hammer, so
that's okay. You just did.
Yeah.
there you go.
Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer.
Mjolnir.
Mhm.
Mjolnir. What is
A bunch
God
of
damn
cats
it,
just
cat.
showed up at my back door.
the cats did?
Oh, because we were saying
After
meow.
they heard a noise.
Boo.
He's so weird.
It's so good when you guys get it a minute after I've said it. Thanks.
I know.
So, well, those are the cryptids we want, right? DG, what was yours again?
I guess I'll go Pogo. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
a water cryptid.
Perfect. We're sticking with the water theme today, guys. We're thirsty. What is a film or show, guys, about cryptids that you want to recommend to our audience? Obviously, there's been a lot. There's a lot of great shows, a lot of great movies. But we'll start with you, Brian.
Are we counting trolls as cryptids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then Troll Hunter is my
Oh, yeah.
must watch.
Troll Hunter's good.
I
Great.
love that
great one.
movie. GG.
Totally slept on.
I would have to say Exists. I think Exists is a great Bigfoot movie. I personally think it's the best Bigfoot movie. So I'm gonna go with that.
I'm gonna
Apart
agree
from
with
Harry and the
Ever?
Hendersons.
Wait, what'd you say, Brian?
Apart from Harry and the Hendersons.
Harry and the Hendersons?
Nobody else
Never
seen Harry
seen
and the
that?
Hendersons?
You've never seen it?
No, God.
Oh my god.
I thought nobody
GG.
had for a second there. Okay, have I just
No,
made
I've
this up?
never seen it. I've never even
It's-
heard of this. Harry and the
Fantastic.
Jeez.
It got on TV
John-
show as well.
Oh
John
my God.
Lithgow?
No, wait, I know what this is. Okay. Yes, it's like this old family movie.
It's not old, but it's a family movie. Yeah.
You're really offending Brian right now, okay?
I know.
This old ass family movie. Yeah. Okay, yes, I have seen this, and I still think Exists is the best Bigfoot movie.
No love for Willow Creek.
I do like Willow Creek.
That's what I was going to say. Well, I love Willow Creek.
Yeah,
Is
tell us
that
yours,
yours?
Chuck.
Yeah. What's yours, Chuck?
Sure, it is now.
Okay.
Willow Creek. I like, unless Tusk counts as a cryptid movie, because that, but I don't know if it really does, but
I don't think
it
so. That's
kind of
like
could
a-
be if we made one up.
if we
That
really
or the
believe-
last broadcast, which was like that the last broadcast was like arguably the first found footage movie like that really popped before the
Mhm.
Blair Witch Project,
What's the cryptid in there?
Bigfoot.
and it's
Oh, is it
it's big,
Bigfoot?
and it's fantastic
I
for
don't think
what
I've
it
ever
is.
seen it.
We're
Highly recommend.
the Tusk cryptid is Tusk.
Okay, done.
Tusk.
What's your Seth?
So I'll get into that in a second. I do want to say though, that Exists is also my new favorite found footage Bigfoot movie. Because I watched that for the first time last night and I thought it was fucking awesome.
It's so good.
It's super good. But the one that I want to pick is the HBO show The Outsider.
Oh
Nice.
my God, with the
I like that.
I
With
forgot
Ben Mendelsohn.
Yeah, Ben
Yeah.
Mendelsohn. And I forgot the name of the creature.
shits. The
Kuakui or something. Kui.
the kukui. The kukui.
Yeah, the
There you
kukui.
go. Yeah,
That shit
I
was
wanted
so
to say cuckoo.
creepy.
Yeah. No, that
Literally just started watching that, which is seriously like again, I've read the book and stuff, so it's weird timing you've picked that one out.
that's
It's
funny.
really good.
Oh, dude, The Outsider's so oh my god, I love that. I have to rewatch it. I watched it when it first came out, so I forget like a lot of what happened, but that is it's a great one.
Yeah, and
And
how
I
they
I would
forgot
wrap it
also
up.
Jason Bateman was in it.
yeah, he was in it. But he's only in like the first episode, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
quick.
I think he produced it or directed it. I know that he's he's a main crew member, but he does star in like the first episode. If I'm not mistaken, I think he produced it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a great one. I also forgot. I know I mentioned it earlier, but the Wendigo episode of Supernatural is top tier. Top tier.
That is
Only
really
good
good.
Wendigo thing I actually enjoy.
For movie Underwater.
Oh yes, that's the Kraken.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
Or I mean Cthulhu, the
Yeah.
Kraken.
So are they?
Cthulhu.
So we class in cosmic stuff as cryptid as well.
Well, I
What's
because I
that
think
creature?
Yeah.
because that's like I think Cthulhu is like I think it's still considered a I don't know if it would be a cryptid or like a mythological creature. I feel like there's a lot of overlap. Like
Yeah.
what's considered cryptid / like mythological creature / urban legend, like or local legend. I think there's a lot of
Let's
overlap.
let's know in the comments if Cthulhu is a
Yeah, is Cthulhu a cryptid? Let us know.
According to TikTok, it is okay.
Oh,
People are like-
TikTok. I went
Yeah.
to TikTok Academy. It's always right.
The kids are always
Absolutely.
right. The kids are always right. Man, that there's a lot of good ones out there. I wish though, like going back to what you guys said about the Wendigo, that's the one thing that I wish that like they have done better because they cannot get a good Wendigo film to save at their life.
Yeah. No, definitely. And I know that there's a lot of controversy around Wendigo movies as well. Because it's like highly frowned upon in Algonquin like tradition to even like speak the name of like Wendigo and stuff like that. And so I know that they were like, stop talking about it and stop making podcasts and stop making like movies about it, which I completely respect. Like that's
Mhm.
their culture and stuff. So sometimes I wonder like if that plays a reason into why we have not gotten
Maybe
a good one. I don't
that's a
know.
good point.
Why do
So-
you hate antlers?
Because it's not good.
I think it's not good. I also don't like that it's a Wendigo movie, and Wendigos in their like true like mythological form actually don't have antlers. So I think that's a big thing that's like misconstrued in like mainstream media is that Wendigos don't have antlers. And
Right.
so one, the fact that it's even freaking called that, but I also just thought it like wasn't, I think there was good parts in it, but overall, I think like just the movie completely fell flat. Like it's been a while
Mhm.
since I've seen it, but I
Mhm.
remember like it ending and I was like, this just gave me nothing. Like there was some good moments of like tension, but other than that, I don't think it's very forgettable, which is why I'm like forgetting most of it.
Yeah, the creature design was really cool because
Yeah.
that's like Guillermo del Toro did that. But other than that, it just like it felt flat. It was boring, and there's not enough of the creature, and
Yeah.
it's just like, what are we doing here?
That's the biggest problem with cryptid movies and creature movies is that we never get enough creature. And like I love ones that, I just watched this one called All Eyes like a week ago, and you don't get very much creature, but it actually works better that you don't see the creature.
Yeah.
But most things, it's an hour and a half and you go an hour and 19 minutes and then you get 5 minutes of creature and then nothing, which I think is something that has to change if we're going to get like a really good cryptid movie.
I agree. I think it's like a hard balance to find like how much creature is put into a movie because I know Seth was talking about Arcadian and that was his biggest gripe is there was like too much creature to like where it took away from the mystery of it. So I think that
Mhm.
is hard for some like just movies to find that balance of what's too much and what's too little.
Yeah, there's also, before we move on here real quick, there's a show called The Black Spot that I think the
Yes.
Wendigo plays a part of it. And that is kind of one of the best things that the Wendigo's been in, but it's I believe it's French.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. So I would recommend checking out that show. It's on Netflix.
Yeah,
I'll
only made
watch
the
that.
first episode of that, but yeah, it was good. I need to continue watching it, but
Yeah, it was really
For sure.
cool.
I also nobody has mentioned The Ritual.
Oh yeah.
That's on like the Jotun.
Yeah.
For the longest time I thought it was the Wendigo, but I think it was Brian that corrected me that it's the I don't even know if I'm saying it right, the Jotun. But that is a wonderful cryptid movie. Or I guess cryptid mythological.
The
'Cause I think he's a
Ritual
god.
rips.
He's a god,
Oh,
is it not, Jotun?
huh?
I think it's a god.
It
Jotun.
is.
Is it? I don't know. A mythological being.
It's okay. If a cult's following it, it's a cryptid mythological creature. In your guys' opinion, what is the scariest cryptid or urban legend story? I'm throwing in urban legend in here because some cryptids are just absolutely hysterical. So,
Yeah.
what is one that you heard when you were younger that like made you say "fuck that"? And I guess I'm starting first here. And honestly, La Llorona. I think that is the most terrifying thing because she literally snatches children from the water, calls out their name, and that's that. So I'm going with that. That's my pick. What about you, Chuck?
I mean, we could do I don't know how we went to urban legends from cryptids, but let's go. It makes perfectly good sense when you think about it from a broader perspective.
It does.
It really does. I grew up in the time and age of like Bloody Mary. And that was like, like when we were little kids, we heard about that and like it was terrifying. But then when we got like more adventurous growing up, it turned into like, drinking parties and then 5 people in the bathroom to see who would do it. And like that shit used to legitimately scare the living shit out of me because like I believe that, where you believe it until somebody does it and nothing really kind of happens, but like all that suspense of years and years built up to it. So that was something I also think it would make a good movie. And it's been attempted a couple times, but not like as a whole film. Like it's been elements, but I don't think we've had a whole like Bloody Mary type thing with some lore tied behind it or anything like that, like a proper just do. But that would be mine just because of my childhood.
GG.
I have to go with you. La Llorona is that's a big one. I'm Mexican, so a lot of like Mexican urban legends were like scary, especially we would go to Texas a lot as kids because that's where my dad's from. And so there's a lot of like Mexican / like Texas, cryptid and urban legends. So that one is scary. And my aunts have a lot of like stories about La Llorona. And so that would terrify me. I was like, she's gonna snatch me up and drown me. And also, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of La Lechuza, which is also like a Mexican Texas like folklore. It's like a cautionary tale too. But I will never forget. I have like a vivid memory of when one time me and my brother were in Texas and it was really late at night. It had to have been like, oh my God, like probably like midnight. And my grandma had just passed away, but she lived across the street from a park. And so me and my brothers were like, let's go walk over to this park in the middle of the night. And so we like walked over and all of a sudden we heard, so La Lechuza is like an owl, like a big owl bird like creature that snatches up little kids.
Jesus.
And so we're walking to this park and then we hear this screech and we were like, did you hear that? And then we heard it again. And then we just fucking booked it to our grandma's house. Like I was like crying, like thinking I was all cool being like out at midnight, being like, yeah, I'm going to go to this park. And I'm just sobbing, think I'm going to get snatched up by this damn bird. So those two genuinely freaked me out as a child.
Have they ever explored that in film?
I don't think so. I've never seen it be like explored really, or really just like even talked
There's a
about.
movie called The Who Incident that was out recently. It's sorry if the people watch this. It's awful. But it has an owl creature in it. But it's some of the worst practical effects I've ever seen in my life. Like genuinely hilarious. But I don't know if it's about this. I don't think it's probably the same.
What's it called?
Mythology. The Who Project. No, The Who Incident.
The Who Incident. Okay, I'm curious.
It's a lovely movie. It's just like a couple of old hippies that are just like must be retired and like let's just make a found footage horror film together. And it's not great, but the guy worked on like Space Jam and stuff, so he clearly knows how to make good animation.
yeah.
And then
Film.
Yeah.
watch this movie, and then it's like, oh no.
Oh,
He
no.
also worked on the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, so I'm like, what?
Where'd he go wrong?
Yeah,
He's got to stick
that's
to
interesting.
cartoons.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into this because I never really hear of Lalachusa like ever. So interesting.
I'm gonna ask Mikey Peralta Jr. if he
Yeah.
knows of any, because that would be the guy to go to if there's any. I don't know. I don't want to say it. I don't want to butcher it. La Lechuza. Is that how you say it?
Lalachusa. Hmm.
That's cool.
I love it. If it doesn't exist, we need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that
I
too.
would
Walk,
love
walk,
to see that.
Yeah.
walk,
Yeah,
walk,
walk, walk.
Lalachusa.
What before we go to you, Brian, Gigi, what was the one that we learned about on our vampire tour?
Um.
The like
It was-
swamp werewolf thing.
Oh my god. Oh, I do not remember the name, but
That was cool.
that was that. Yes, it was like a urban legend thing when we were in Louisiana, and it was like a cautionary tale about these like, yeah, what was it, like a vampire like thing, or I don't even.
I don't remember what it was. It was really cool though. I just remember that, and it was like the ghost dog or something like that turned into like a werewolf and like ate people in the swamps that were
Yes.
like trying
Oh
to
my
destroy it.
god. If anybody knows, leave it in our comments on YouTube if you watch it on YouTube. But
Yeah.
Brian, what about you? What's
Yeah,
your
Brian.
like?
Before I get into it, the first one you and Seth both mentioned, there's a recent movie about it that's quite good, is there not?
Yeah,
Uh,
it sucked.
No, there's a recent one. I remember Mikey Peralta
Another
talked
one?
about that. Yeah, it's not the Curse Off. There's a newer one. It's more about it's a political thing.
Oh.
as
Try
well.
to say it. Say it. What is it called?
Okay, I'll say it. La Llorona.
Yeah, there you
okay, nailed it. Cool.
So I have seen that one, Brian, and it's freaking awesome. It's on Shudder, but it's not new. I think it's a few years old, but it takes that story and makes it like a political story of like a genocide, and it's really fucking
Oh,
To be fair, I still
Okay.
think Harry and the Hendersons is a new film. So,
good.
this 1987 film.
so my one's probably not a great story in that I can only remember part of it. So I'm hoping you guys can fill in the gaps if you've heard of it. And it's the Goat Man. It was a story on 4chan back in the day. I didn't read on 4chan. It was on a forum that somebody copied it. But it's a group of people go in a trailer together. And all of a sudden, there's another person there, but none of them really notice there's another person till it's too late. And they're like, who is this person? Which I think would be terrifying. And just somebody appearing in a group of people. And you
Yeah.
just like not like walking up to you, you're just there with your friends, and there's just someone else in the room all of a sudden. I think that would be nightmare fuel.
That is so terrifying, but it's kind of funny because that one time did happen to us when we were camping. We were playing a board game, and all of a sudden, this dude was just there playing the board game with us, and we all just went along. We were like, oh, maybe somebody knows this guy. And it wasn't until the end of the night where we were like, does anybody know who this guy is? And everyone was like, no, he just wandered over drunk from the next campsite. But who knows? It could have been like shapeshifter,
Goat Man,
cryptid man.
I know the plot line, The Truth or Dare, that movie. They just went and played games with some random guy.
Yeah. So interesting. Wait, what was it called? Goat Man?
Goat Man, I'm pretty sure it's Goat Man, yeah.
Goat Man?
I'll try and find a story and I'll post it somewhere
Please.
for people to see.
Does he look like a goat?
No, it's just the goat, man.
It's just
It's actually a story about me. Because I am the goat.
It's just a goat, man.
I'm the goat, comma man.
it's just Shaggy from Scooby Doo with a nice long goatee.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Was the thing from New Orleans called the Rougarou?
Yes.
The Rougarou. Yes.
Mhm.
That's what it is. The
Yeah, the
Rougarou.
Rougarou. Mhm.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
love
Nick.
the
Is that
names
about
of
Scooby Doo
cryptids.
says?
Yeah.
We should come up with our own cryptid and put it into existence.
We're gonna
should-
write out a movie.
Yeah. The
Let's do it.
Rougarou,
Create
The Rougarou.
a cryptid.
right? Let's discuss some horror movies that we watched this week, guys. I know we've been watching so much. What has been your favorites? And we'll start with you, Gigi.
My favorites. Well, we did watch all of us watched Violet, and that was a
Yes.
great one. I will recommend that. I also watched Invasive, which I thought was a pretty good. It's on Tubi. It's a Tubi original. And that one was like, it's like, nothing groundbreaking or anything, but it was a good Tubi original. I love when like villains are very did everybody watch Fresh on
Yeah.
Hulu?
Loved it.
Oh, damn it, Brian. Well, I love like when villains are very like cocky and like, you know, they like have their little like dance moment. I just love like a cocky villain. And that's what this had. So yeah, those would be my two. I also watched Dagger and I loved it up until it got to the horror part, and I was like,
Yes.
this sucks.
So that's
It
the one
was
where
a-
the two girls are in the car going to
Yes.
the. So I did a review on that as well, and I was like, yeah, like they were great. I was like, I would
They
watch
were
a movie
so
just them.
great.
I'd watch their
Yes.
YouTube channel, but then I was
Yes.
just like, why is this?
And the
Garbage.
second it got
That's-
horror like, I was like, oh, boo.
That's the Jam Stelly movie, Brian.
No, it's a DAGR. DAGR. It's a Welsh.
No,
movie,
no,
I
no,
think.
no, no. But the director's J.M. Stelly, I
No,
believe. That's
no,
that guy
no.
we. No, it's not.
No,
Okay.
he was the Red Rooms director.
Oh yeah, no, this guy is this. No, this
Okay.
is. I don't know who this director is, Matthew. So
Yeah.
but
Okay.
yeah. So I guess out of all those, Invasive and Violet, I would recommend.
Brian.
Yeah, so I also watched Violet. Did not like it as much as everyone else, but
Boo.
happy to be.
Boo, you
proven
whore.
wrong. Well, okay, I take it back. It's a 5 out of 5 movie. Best movie I watched was Sleep, which, although I'm not going to give him any credit after he just booed me, Seth recommended it last week, and it is fantastic. It's so much better than Violet. I also saw 28 Days Later in the cinema, which is
What?
That's cool.
yeah. I
That's
will say
cool.
though, it's so dark. The movie, like
Yeah.
it's not shot nicely. It's not high quality. So I didn't love how it looked in the cinema, which is bad to say. But I also did find it for 50 pence on DVD today, which I believe
Oh,
it's selling
nice.
for a fortune in some
Yeah.
places. So make me an offer. So yeah, those were the main ones I watched.
That's really funny that you watched 28 Days Later because I watched 28 Weeks Later just
I
the
saw
other
that on
day. 'Cause
Letterboxd. Yeah.
yeah, because I completely forgot about it. And the same thing, I did not like the way that it was shot. I was like, it was so chaotically shot. I was like, oh, I don't remember it being. Well, I guess I just when I watched it, I didn't really care about like cinematography that much, like I do, like that. I look into it now, and I was like, this was kind of like poorly shot.
I think it's
So,
also maybe more the style back then. Like it was shot like
Yeah.
other films were, so you're kind of used to it. Whereas 2000
Yeah.
stuff now does not look as nice as it did back then.
exactly. Interesting.
Chuck.
I've watched a lot this week actually, but I've been really trying to focus what I watch to. Instead of looking on Letterboxd for suggestions, I just pick up things from TikTok. Like if there's a video and then there's like immediately 2 picture slides after it, I decide to watch it because it must be good. So I watched In a Violent Nature for the second time this week. Because, and I'm not going to talk about it, but I liked it better the second time that I watched it because I understood like what they did, and that'll be revealed when people can reveal it. But the best thing I watched this week, I watched last night actually, and it's a film called Bark. And it's a German film that's in English, and it's 90 minutes of a guy named Nolan tied to a tree. Like that is what the movie's about. And it's a methodical slow burn. But they give you like every 10 minutes, they give you like a new piece to the story from these different perspectives. And the whole entire time I couldn't stop trying to figure it out. Like I wanted to know, like, why is this guy here? How did he get into this predicament? And then once you think you have it figured out, they like slide another element in. And the way that it's done was so brilliant. And the reveal of like when you find out and it comes together for the climax was like getting hit with a baseball bat in the stomach. Like I was like, holy shit, because you never see it coming. It was fantastic. And it's on the festivals. Yeah, the festival circuit, and then I guess it's getting ready to come out they're going to release it on like video on demand or whatever in June. But it's definitely, if you like,
you see the name
can
again?
I spell it?
No,
Bark.
can you say the name?
Bark.
Yeah, told you I could
Bark.
make a more fun
BARK. Bark.
You liked it, Chuck?
I liked Bark. Did I like it?
Yeah.
I mean, I would if I did an out of 10 scale, it's a heavy 8.5 for me.
It's got high
Yeah,
ratings.
I really
Is that
yeah, I
fantastic?
really
That
liked
stuff?
it.
Yeah, it was at Fantastic Fest, and I wanted to see it, but
You just called on Seth's dogs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Bark. You didn't watch it though?
I didn't know. I
Oh.
didn't have enough time. I saw 30 films in 8 days, and like
Oh.
I still missed like When Evil Lurks, Bark, and a few others. So
Oh, damn.
I know. It's hard to see everything.
Yeah. What about
But
you?
I-
What'd you watch?
That's all.
Go ahead, Chuck.
No, go ahead.
For me, I watched Violet as well, and I watched Exist and Splinter. So Splinter
Yes.
and Exist, I think were my favorite. Like I loved Violet a lot, but Exist was a really cool take on like the Sasquatch story, and I think it's my
Mhm.
favorite like one that they've done. And it was legitimately scary at times. It was really creepy.
Yeah.
And Splinter, I fucking love Splinter. Like I love body horror and creature features. That's like my other favorite genre. And like I thought the design of that was really cool. The like effects that they used, like some of the practical effects, and it was like a lot bloody and gorier than I thought it was going to be, which was pretty cool.
My favorite thing about Splinter is, like, obviously they're at ends with each other because they
Mhm.
kidnapped them at the start, but then they kind of come together and work together in a, like, it seems like a realistic way. It's not. It's just something nice about how that was written. Them being
Yeah.
enemies, and there's like, actually no, we kind of need to do this out of necessity, and they're like, no, we want to help each other, and it felt organic. That's what I was looking for.
That and the,
I
the
agree.
characters.
Spoilers. Never seen it. So
You didn't hear anything.
It's
I
just a minor
know.
And it's
spoiler.
no
It's a minor
spoiler, but it's only like an hour and 18 minutes long. Like it's a short
Yeah.
movie,
The
and
perfect
they don't
time.
wait, and they do not waste a single second. Like once it opens to close, it's tense, taut, pulse pounding. They give you just enough character development without going overboard. Like it just rips from beginning to end. It's so well done.
Yeah.
That's
and
nice. I did watch it.
And the characters aren't dumb. Like they make smart decisions.
Yep.
And
Mhm.
I really enjoyed that too. It's like, well, come on. Like that's one of the things I hate about horror sometimes is like they make the characters too dumb.
Yes. Like nobody would do that.
Yeah.
Like,
If I remember correctly, the characters in Exist aren't exactly the smartest.
They're definitely not.
yeah.
But it's a
No.
good. That's Eduardo Sanchez directed that.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
so. I also like and Exist. I think that's a great film of like what I was saying earlier, like balancing out, like showing the creature just the right amount. Like they showed
Yeah.
it so that we could see it, but then not too much where I was like, dude, this is kind of becoming cheesy.
100%.
That's how Splinter is too. Like you get like little teases, and you're constantly like afraid of it because you don't know what it is. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it does that really, really, really well.
I need to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
It's really good.
It is.
You'll enjoy it. So
Sick.
with that being said, that is the end of our episode. But I have a proposition for our audience here. We want your guys' participation. I can't speak today. We want your participation. So stitch this audio. Let us know what your favorite cryptid is, and share it all over. We want to see what your guys' favorites are, what scared you. So make sure you stitch that. And as always, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Dark Screen Society. And we're now on Twitter, which is DRKSCRN Society, because apparently our name was already taken.
Wow.
And as always, make sure you rate and save us wherever you listen to the podcast. And stay ghoulish, our fiends.
Stay haunting.
Happy
Stay
hunting.
haunting. Happy haunting.
Bye.
Bye.
Folks.
Bye.